Hi, welcome back. This is the second part of session 1 where we're going to have a look at an approach in action. Last session we looked at how to navigate the PSED theme in the evidence store, and we looked at the evidence that underpins PSED, so we looked at the why behind the how. Remember, PSED teaching and modelling is beneficial for our learners. Combined approaches work well for everyone, and targeted approaches work really well for the individuals who might need just a little top up. Now, in one of our future sessions, I'm really hoping to be able to share with you a video that shows a targeted approach that we've put in place in Plymouth for our deaf preschoolers. So I'm excited to share that with you if I can get the permissions in place. So, approach number 1. Teaching awareness of emotions and feelings. What does the evidence say? The evidence tells us that all ages of children will find this approach beneficial. There's some evidence of benefits for 2-year-olds and younger, but all children will benefit from having support to understand their emotions. It benefits children who are experiencing more stress or less support at home. And we can teach emotions successfully using books. And teaching awareness of emotions and feelings improves children's understanding. There's a short summary of the evidence available at the end of the page when you go in onto the evidence store and scroll down, and I promise it's a really short one. So these are the reasons why we do it, why we do what we do. And the approaches in action videos are just a short session with a skilled practitioner like yourself. They're demonstrating an approach, except they're doing it under lights and with cameras pointing at them. So we're very grateful for these practitioners for putting themselves forward to do this. And here we've got Lewis telling a story. We've got Lois engaging with some role play. And we've got Beverly and Jane bringing in some PSED resources into their continuous provision. And there's this golden thread running through all of our 7 PSED sessions, and you'll hopefully start to see that the most evidenced approaches, there's 3 of them. Reading books together, proactive teaching of skills and concepts, it's sometimes called explicit teaching, and opportunities to practice those skills and concepts, whether that's in a formal way as part of a little organised group, or whether that's informally as part of your continuous everyday provision. And we can see across these 3 videos for this approach that we've got a book, we've got an in-the-moment bit of teaching, and we've got a proactive planned session from skilled practitioners like yourselves. When you go into the evidence store and you go into PSED and you go into section 1 or approach 1, teaching awareness of emotions and feelings, and you scroll down past the approach in action videos, which are very tempting because you get to watch someone else do your job and it's really fun. Go past that, you find these practice videos where you've got the sessions. So Lewis's session here has been broken down into the practices he is using within that session. I told you in the first section of this training that there was a lot. So here we've got about 5 or 6 pieces of practice that Lewis uses within his little story session. So we're going to watch each of these together. We're going to watch as he labels, discusses, explains, and then I'll leave you to watch the other videos in your own time. Come out there, double check that I've got my sound on, go to the videos and share them with you one by one.
You feeling sad? Why are you feeling sad?
Because I missed my Batman.
Your Batman at home?
Yeah, my Batman arm.
Your Batman arm? Oh, how do you feel, Dylan?
I'm sure because I can't see my mum and daddy anymore.
Well, you'll be seeing them soon, won't you? Because they'll pick you up. Wouldn't he? Harry, how do you feel?
I feel happy.
You feel happy? Why do you feel happy?
My mummy's coming to.
She is, isn't she? She's been to busy work.
Yeah.
So in that video, we see Lewis assigning an emotion word to a feeling that the children are experiencing. What better learning opportunity can we have than connecting a feeling to a word for these children so that they can start to express themselves and start to manage their own emotions? Let's watch the next one where he discusses emotions and feelings.
When my heart feels brave. Are you brave, Finley?
Mum.
You're big and brave. You're brave, aren't you, Harry?
Yeah. I wasn't brave when I got my actions.
When you got your injections, you weren't brave.
Because it was a shock.
It was a shock. Was it the needle? But you done it though, didn't you? Hey.
Yeah.
And in this one, we see Lewis having a back and forth with the child about their particular experience of injection. You can see he scrunches up his shoulders a bit and sort of models for that child what it must be like to have an injection. Let's have a look at explaining emotions and feelings next.
This is when my heart feels shy. So you might be shy when you see someone you don't know, or when another adult or new friends. So when you all go to big school, you might be shy.
But I know my sister at big school because I'm going to public school to see.
And then you'll know all Poppy and her friends too.
In this one, I think it's really lovely because he's introducing an emotion word and he's connecting it with an experience for the children, even though some of the children may not have experienced that emotion, or they may not have made the link between that emotion and the word that's used to describe it. So you can see from most of the children sitting there, they're just taking it in. You can see the concentration and the connection for them, can't you? But the little girl who talks about having that feeling or not having that feeling because her big sister's going to be there waiting for her at her new school, she's already begun to understand what that feeling is, hasn't she? So whereas Lewis was poised and ready and did a very good job of explaining shyness to the children, so learning opportunity for most, there's one child there who perhaps has already mastered that concept. So there's a little bit of an assessment there. Okay, the last two I'm not going to show you because these are taking us away from the evidenced practice, but that's not to say that they're not good practice. It's just that there isn't a massive body of evidence behind them. Otherwise, they would have made it onto the list of 4 evidenced practices. So I'm going to leave you to watch those in your own time. And you might have noticed that we've only watched 3 videos. Right, get my numbers right. The 4th is where practitioners scaffold children's experiences of emotions. And I'm sure, in fact, I know, they are in some of the other practice videos, but there's a little gap task for you to go and have a look at in your own time. So before I leave you to get on with the rest of your day, I'm just going to ask you to do something for me. If you could let us know how we've done with these quick watch videos, we would really appreciate it. We're always trying to improve what we do at the Hub to make sure it is as relevant and accessible for you as possible. So hop onto that QR code and answer just a few short questions for us about this section 2 of session 1 of our quick watch webinars, and we'll have session 2 ready for you very soon. Thank you very much. Bye.